Hey rockers, I'm here at the Rock Festival in Greece and I'm with Oscar from HammerFall.
Yes. Hello.
So you're now a playable character in a game.
Yeah.
How do you think your fans will react to that?
So I think people will think it's funny. Hopefully they will enjoy it. It's really cool. The avatars are very cool. I've looked at them. I think it's a really cool thing to be in a game like that. I'm proud of it, and I hope people will recognize that and will play it so that they can play with us.
How do you think your younger self would have reacted if you told him that you would be in a game?
He would be ecstatic. I mean, I'm still play games, a lot. So for me, it is a very cool thing because it's based on our life's work, and to bring that alive in a video game, it's a great honor, actually.
So you have this mascot, Hector.
Yeah.
What inspired you to make this specific mascot?
Well, of course, I mean, this is from '97 back in already. So it was time to have the cover of our first album, like the album we've dreamt of, hoped for, but never really dared to think was going to be a reality. And we had another cover in mind, which was it didn't look great, but we were it was for us. It was like a picture of us, and then made into some sort of leather thing. But you know, the Photoshop opportunities, or what you could do with Photoshop in '96 and '97 was very different from what you can do now. So it didn't look great. It didn't. Nuclear Blast, our record label, saw this and said, "No, we're not releasing this. Fuck that. We're gonna have this guy draw you a cover instead." So then we started thinking what we wanted to have on it, because the album was recorded and everything was just a final thing. And I think they were thinking about merchandise and stuff, you know, t-shirts and shit. And this cover that we had in mind would not go well on the t-shirt, you know. So they contacted Andreas Marshall from Germany, who had done many albums, like for Nuclear Blast was In Flames and Vanguard and stuff. But he'd done a lot of other things too over the years that we knew and liked. So we were really happy about that decision. But we told him, we basically said, we want to have a warrior or a knight, or you know, somebody that can represent HammerFall, that even if you take away the logo and the album title, you will still know, look at this guy and know this is from HammerFall, you know. And we were thinking long term, you know. We were not thinking for this album, but for the, you know, foreseeable future. And so he came up with this little bit. I think I haven't talked to him, so I don't know if he actually was inspired by samurais, but for me it looks a little bit like a samurai warrior. He's not tall, he's not big, he's quite short actually. Not very muscular, but I think that's what I like about him. So for us, he has been like a sixth member of the band, always watching over us somehow over the past almost 30 years now.
That's a nice way of thinking of it. What made you want to be in a game, or take this approach of taking the next step as being a playable character in a game? What made you say yes?
Well, it was you guys. I mean, you know, but they asked us if we wanted to do this, and but neither Joachim nor I was really sure about what this whole thing entails, so we had to get a little bit more information. But once we got more information and we realized we were actually going to be alive in the game, it was a really cool feeling.
So going back to the mascot, because when I see it, my first thought was actually Vikings, so I thought that was...
Oh no, we never. We were more medieval than Vikings. You know, it was always for us. It was more knights and stuff rather than what came.
Yeah, the leather armor.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So I mean, nothing against Vikings. We're proud to be Swedish, but that was not the direction HammerFall wanted to go.
Where did you get the name from?
Well, the name came from I think. Ultimately a Stephen King book called Tommyknockers, but I wanted to have a name that said this is not a death metal band or grunge, whatever, like aggressive band. This is a melodic metal band. That's first of all, I wanted to have that. I wanted to have a name that was easy to pronounce, easy to remember, and a name that nobody else had, meaning that it was not just You couldn't just look it up in a dictionary and there it was. So I was reading, plus a little bit part of the story is also, there's a band called Warlord, and they had a song called Lucifer's Hammer, and in that song they sing "The hammer will fall on you." That was like, so they had all this, and I hadn't met Joachim at that time, but we both are big fans of Warlord, so I had that in the back of my head. And then I was reading this Tommy Knocker's book. I always read in English because it's the language it was written in. And I mean, obviously, if it was French, I probably wouldn't be able to read the whole book. But since it is English, it's the Swedish translations were pretty bad, close to horrible, I would say. Actually, at that time, it was really, really terrible. So I ever since I was a teenager, I read everything in English, and I read a lot. I get a lot of inspiration for that. I came across this word, HammerFall. I don't remember the actual situation in the book, what was going on, but I knew, no, it said HammerFall. It's like a HammerFall or something like it was something like that. He wrote, and I looked it up in a dictionary. Doesn't exist, so that was box number 3 for me. So that's where it came from, really.
Yeah, you mentioned that you wanted to have like something more positive, and I actually really enjoy that about your music. That it's like a lot of metal bands, no matter the subgenre, usually have very dystopian themes. And I actually like that it's a bit more.
Yeah, I mean, the thing is, I came from the death metal genre. I've been doing that. I started out with heavy metal when I was started playing guitar in the first place. Then I graduated, so to speak, over to the thrash and mostly death metal era, and played that for a lot of years. So I really wanted, and that was everything. Everybody was doing that stuff then, and I wanted to separate HammerFall from all that stuff right away. Like, not just gradually, but right away. It's supposed to be something completely different. And I've never, with HammerFall, it's supposed to be positive. It's not supposed to be happy, because life is not always happy. It's supposed to be what you are, that you can change your own life. If you have the power to do whatever you want with your own life. And that is the essence of heavy metal. It's up to you, nobody else. You should not listen to what anybody else says. Just what you feel, think here, and have inside of your heart. That's the only thing that matters. And that's what we live.
That's a great view on it. Thank you so much, Oscar, for your time.
No worries. Thank you.
And make sure to download the game and add Oscar and Joachim from HammerFall to your band.